Hey YouTube, this is Comic Hero 77 back with another comic haul video. This is video number 48, and all the comics in this video were purchased off of eBay. And we're going to just jump right in this comic haul, which is awesome. And just so you know, they all just so happen to be DC. They're all DC comics, and which are awesome. Marvel's great, DC's great. I love the independent titles. They're all amazing. We're going to just jump into this one, which is a nice one. This is Batman number 200. And this is the first time Neal Adams, legendary artist Neal Adams, does covers. The art on the covers. And it's pretty awesome. So Neal Adams has done, he's very much associated with Batman. I mean, there was a time in the 60s where in a TV show, he was campy, and then the comics, there was a little bit of that campiness, but when, Danny O'Neill, the writer, took over, and Neal Adams, they brought him back to the brooding Batman that we kind of know and love. So, this is the first time Neal Adams does the covers, issue 200, pretty cool. I got this off of eBay, and I think I got this like around $20, and it wasn't very expensive. So I think it was around $20, somewhere there, maybe between the $20-25 range. But this is a pretty awesome book. I was really happy to get it. It's a maybe close to 6.0. I want to say it's about a 5.5 or 5.0, somewhere around there. Not a high grade, but a solid book for sure. I wouldn't mind having Neal Adams. He always comes to the New York shows. I wouldn't mind him signing this. It's pretty cool. One of my favorite characters of all time, Swamp Thing. He was co-created by Len Wein, who also co-created Wolverine, and Len Wein and the artist co-created by Swamp Thing. And when the individual Swamp Thing series came out, he did the first 10 issues, which are just amazing. He's just, this is like his baby. He's known for his horror work, but Swamp Thing is very recognizable for doing Swamp Thing. And this is definitely a high grade book. Got this like $5.50. Actually, no, I got about $6 on eBay. I got the issue 5. This is high grade, about 8.0 out of a 10, maybe a little bit better. Looks awesome. Might be between 8.0 and 9.0. It's pretty awesome. For $6, you can't go wrong. This is number 6. Now, I have the majority of Bernie Wrightson's, 1 through, he did 1 through 10, and I'm maybe missing like 2 and 7, but I have the rest, and these were helping me fill in the gaps that I have. I had this advertised, number 6, as a 7.0, which is a fine, very fine, but I think it might be a little bit better. It's an all black cover. You can see flaws, and, you kind of have to look for them here. It's pretty awesome. This was like, I think this is like around $5. It's a, pretty solid, high grade book. It's pretty good, awesome here. Actually, this was actually, he had it graded like around an 8.0. Very fine. This is number 6. This is number 8. He had this book graded at a 7.0, and I could see why. There's some like indents here on the side. You can't see because it's an all black cover, but there's no real color breaks. There's maybe 1, 2 on the spine here, but you have to kind of find the rest. All black covers are tough. They're pretty tough, but I love them. It's Bernie Wrightson. You can't go wrong. Again, this book I would say was around $8. It's not, it's pretty awesome. and probably one of my favorite, besides number one, favorite covers. Number 1 and number 9. This is number 9. This is probably about a 8.0, between 8.0 and 9.0. This is number 9. It's one of my favorite covers of all time. He's actually like coming out of the swamp water, and in issue 1, he's also coming out of the swamp water. And just, man, Bernie Wrightson's unbelievable. I just think he's just so talented and so amazing. I love how he uses the trees in the background with the orange. It's pretty, making the foreground character just stand out so much. Just pretty amazing. Love Swamp Thing. You can get all these in trade paperbacks if you want to read Bernie Wrightson's 1 through 10 Swamp Thing. It's pretty amazing. This is also like around almost $6, $5.50. All high grade. It's pretty amazing. Okay, now if you don't know this series, this is DC's Crisis on Infinite Earths. And pretty much the idea of them is, they have all these Earths and they're all being like eradicated. And so all these heroes from all these Earths are trying to, save one another, right? So this is, I don't want to give too much detail and but it's, you have a main villain and there's a lot of stuff going on. It can be complicated. I like owning the individual issues, but if you want to read this, they have the trade paperback. But I'm one of these people who like to have the individual issues, not read them, especially if they're in high grade, and get the trade paperback and read those. This was done by Marv Wolfman, all 12 issues. Marv Wolfman, a legendary artist, George Perez, and I believe it's inked by Dick Giordano, who's legendary as well. This is number 1. I got the whole series for $21.50, and all these issues are definitely, VF or higher. 8.0s are higher, for sure, especially 7 and 8, which are the big ones. Don't worry about that $150. That is not true. Do not get that. Just let the sticker on there. Just need a new sleeve. It's issue number 1. It's pretty amazing. George Perez is known for drawing whole, besides being very dynamic and these awesome panels, he can draw a whole bunch of characters on the cover or in the interior in one panel. Tons of characters and make it look good, not crowded. Just make it look very legible and clear and just amazing. Number 2, George Perez is one of these legendary guys. Man, he's like so awesome. He's one of the elite guys out there, ever, in my opinion. This is number 3. If you buy these individually, they'll be a couple of dollars each. Except for 7 and 8, they'll be a little bit more. This is 4. And here's a great example of him drawing a lot of characters. It just looks so cool. And he's my favorite character right there of all time. It's Plastic Man. He's got him right there. This is just an awesome book. Love it. It's number 5. This is the main villain right here. This is the Anti-Monitor. Yeah. I think the inking eventually, in this issue, inking was done by Jerry Ordway. It's pretty cool. He looks funky, man. He just really does. Now, number 7 is a big one, especially story-wise, because it's a death of Supergirl, and this is a double-size issue, so it was a big deal. Yeah, death of Supergirl. They eventually bring her back, but this is a very iconic cover. I've seen it on T-shirts, and I've seen cover swipes. Other artists have used this pose for their comics. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Yeah. This is number 8, another big issue. This is the death of the Barry Allen Flash, and he's just like Supergirl. He sacrificed himself for the greater good, save lives. But it's like, this is done in 1985, and they just brought Barry Allen back like a few years ago. Within the last 5 years, I think. I don't know exactly, but they just recently brought him back. He's been dead since '85, so that's a long time, man. Eventually, Barry Allen's nephew, Wally West, he becomes the Flash for like a long time. He still is like the Flash, but it's pretty amazing, pretty amazing. But in this series, Wally West is known as the Kid Flash. Number 9, probably one of my favorite, probably besides those other iconic covers. This is one of my favorite covers. This is all like DC rogues, man. These are all the villains. Pretty awesome. That's number 9. These are all high grade books. They're pretty awesome. Not worth a lot, but it's a great series to have. If you're a DC fan, then it's a must read, must have. It's a must. If you're a comic fan, it's a must have. But if you're a DC fan, it's a must. It's like probably mandatory, in my opinion. This is number 10 with the Spectre and Anti-Monitor on there. It's pretty amazing. This is number 11. Which is cool about this is, since there's other Earths, there's other Supermans. So this is the Golden Age Superman, and the reason why you can tell is current Superman has all jet black hair. But if you look at the side of his hair, besides the black, he has a white streak on the side of his head on both sides, almost like pretty much like a Reed Richards from Fantastic Four. But yeah, this is amazing. It's issue 11, pretty awesome. And this epic number 12 cover, pretty dope. Love it. Pretty awesome. So I'm just going to leave it right here. I'm going to bring back, I think I'll bring back the Supergirl. Pretty amazing book. And I'm going to bring back Swamp Thing number 9, which is such a great cover. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So I want to thank you, YouTube. I want to thank you, comic book community. Thank you for watching the videos and your support. Hope you liked the videos. If there's, please leave some comments and some likes if you can. I'd love to hear your ideas. And, I'm not perfect, so if there's anything I said that was a mistake, educate me, and, I'm learning too. There's stuff that I know and there's stuff I don't know. But I'm glad you're watching. I hope you keep watching, and I'll see you soon. This is Comic Hero 77 signing out.